welcome to another Distracted Divas. Welcome. Thanks for
Hello.
being with us.
Hello.
How are ya? Hey, Divas, how are you? Happy Sunday.
Hello. Happy Sunday to everyone.
Or whatever day you're listening.
Yeah, right.
But we're recording on a Sunday.
Yes.
So last week we issued challenges, and we're going to recap and see how that went for everybody. And if you were able to do a challenge, make sure you comment, let us know what your challenge was, and if you succeeded.
Yes.
So who wants to go first?
My challenge was to be off of my phone and or social media, etc., for about 3 hours a day and do other things. I absolutely did that. I was so busy this last week that I didn't even think about it, so it was effortless.
Oh, lucky you.
Well, my challenge was to not go shopping.
Where'd that go?
And I believe I was on the phone with you, Becky, while I was in the store. Actually, I had my grandkids this weekend, so my granddaughters. So we were in the store, and I was buying stuff for them. And then I came across something that I've been looking for, and it was like one of a kind. Not one of a kind, but they don't sell them in any of the other stores. So it's called Culture. Yep. It's called Culture Pop, and it's a probiotic, and it's a grape flavor. And they have the other flavors, but I haven't been able to find the grape flavor. So I bought like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 of those. Ooh. And then I went to Publix and bought some ice cream. And then I went and bought, just a bit too much. So I failed miserably. Very bad.
I said not to judge, but I think you said something about your freezer was full. There was no room for anything else.
Right. There is no room for anything but ice cream. That's the only thing I did, but I couldn't put anything else in there. But I actually had to throw away something to put the ice cream in there.
Well,
oops.
Piggybacks on that, because mine was to clean the refrigerator, and I regret to inform you that the hummingbird is still living in there.
Oh my God, the hummingbird! If you know about the hummingbird, go back to one of our episodes and you will know about that.
You have to listen to last week's episode if you want to know what's going on with the hummingbird.
Well, I really tried not to go shopping, and then I was like, my granddaughter was like, Grandma, can we just stop in the store so I can get a notebook? And I was like, a notebook? Oh, of course. And the notebook turned into Culture Pops, turned into candy, turned into ice cream, turned into 4 stores later.
Turned into a shopping spree.
Turned into a mini shopping spree, yes.
Well, I did not get my challenge done, but I will say I worked all week. I worked almost 60 hours, so I didn't have an option to try to get it done, but I'm off today and tomorrow, so I am still going to get this challenge done. My goal is to get it done tomorrow.
Okay,
so
I didn't go yesterday.
A week and a day.
Okay, so I didn't go anywhere yesterday. So did I go anywhere? Oh yeah, I didn't go anywhere yesterday, so I didn't go shopping yesterday.
There you go. One day.
One day. And today my car is charging in the back, so I'm going to try to. No, there's people in town, so I'm going to sneak out and go see some people that. There's some friends in town, so I'm gonna sneak out and go see them.
I just say, how at job sites they have those like boards up, and it'll say it's been X number of days since we've had an accident or something.
Right, and then they start over.
That's a good idea.
Pam needs one on her refrigerator, or she needs one next to the keys. It's been X number of days since I went shopping.
No, right?
Every day will restart every couple days. It'll restart.
Right. I have to press that button.
All right, so we're not judging. We just did it for fun, and maybe it's something we'll do from time to time. Issue some challenges, and like I said, I still plan to get mine done. It's just going to take me more than a week. So,
I'll tell you what.
Tomorrow,
I have to clean my refrigerator because my grandkids were here, so I have to clean it out now.
Yeah, we'll both do refrigerators this week.
And they didn't take anything with them.
Oh well. So, yeah, you got to send them home with all the goodies.
I tried to, but they just wanted the junk food.
Yeah.
I made zucchini lasagna. They didn't want that, so I'm going to have to freeze that. So.
Sometimes I think kids like just having certain things at grandma's house anyway.
Yes.
It's kind of the special thing they get just there.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I did buy some French fries Oops. They had buy one, get one free at Publix. And they wanted the nachos, but they wanted with the fries. So they had the cheese and the meat and the and all the other just fixings that go with it. So I actually did pack that with them to go because they only had little packets left. So I was like, here, take this. Because I'm not gonna eat it. Take this with you. So I did give them that whatever little bit they had left.
Yeah. So. All right. So we are going to go on to something new today. We got our first email asking for advice.
Yes. Thank you. You could send us your requests or comments, concerns, anything to our email as it is in our platforms in the info area.
Yep. I'll also just put it across the screen here, but it's the number 4 distracteddivas@gmail.com.
Yes, write us in. We would love to listen and give advice, as we all have lived different things. We know some stuff. We might not know some, but we know more than we don't.
Combined, we have a lot of life history,
Right. Our ages are far enough apart, close enough, but far enough apart that we've all lived to tell certain stories. So we have a little bit of knowledge about a lot of different things.
We also have been a part of younger girls' lives, older girls' lives, and in between.
Yeah. So you can send it if you want. If you want us to include your information, we will. But if you want to be an anonymous, just say you want to be anonymous, or send it through an anonymous account that you make. If you really are worried. But we would definitely not share your information if you want to remain anonymous. So anyway, today we're going to have some relationship advice based on this email that was sent from a 20-something. Pam's putting up a sign for you guys to subscribe, like, share, and comment. It's all free. FREE. So relationship advice this is for a 20-something-year-old female, like mid-20s female. It says, do you think there are good men out there who enjoy and stick to being faithful, or would even want to marry a single mom like me? It's like all guys just want fun now, nothing real. Yeah, well, what I hear from guys is a single mom comes with financial burden and baggage. It's like they don't care to deal with it. Like it's not worth it, and that they can have easy and stress-free with a woman that is not a mom. I've been single for 3 years. I don't care to be alone, but this year I need someone to hold me and make me feel safe. I felt so alone and I hate it. I do go to therapy and I live in a small town, so meeting people can be kind of challenging. So what advice can you give to someone like me? And, I think Becky has communicated with her a little bit as well, so she might have some more details about the situation.
Yeah, she's from what I read, she lives in a small town, and she pretty much elaborated that she goes back to toxic men. There'll always be that. Those will always be available by the truckload. So there's more of that than anything. You got to find the needle in the haystack, so to speak. So she hasn't found that yet. And because there's more available toxic guys, from what she says, she kind of was stuck on this one for a year that kind of dragged her along and wasted her time. Us women, sometimes we try to kind of see if we could kind of straighten up the guy. But if it's all about what you put out and what they gather. So my advice, and I'm sure some of you guys could relate or agree, is it's what you put out. Never see them sweating. Put your foot down. I kind of gave advice on that at first before we all gathered here. Avoid diving into a toxic situationship, which is what it sounded like she was doing. To not be lonely. In my opinion, because a lot of us could fall into that. I did before years ago, and it doesn't work. It's not good for your mental. So that's my advice. And I have more, but I want you guys to elaborate as well.
Well, just because I've been around longer, and how old is she again?
She's in her 20s, mid-20s, and she has children.
So
she's beautiful, young, petite, and everything. She just,
I feel like women don't want to be chased anymore. So she has to, she has to not blame anything on you, the young lady, but learn how to let guys chase you. Don't be available when they call, every time they call and say, hey, you have time to do ABC? You know, find something, whether you're reading a book or whatever it is. Tell them, you know, hey, can I call you back? Because that makes them more interested. Don't tell them all your business. Keep something to yourself. And you have to find a friend that you can dump all of your thoughts onto that won't judge you. That's a big thing, because if you don't have somebody that you can dump all your problems onto, then you'll do it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you do it to him, then you're gonna be open to whatever, however he wants to treat you.
Right.
Because he feels like you need him. You're vulnerable, and you don't want to appear vulnerable. Take this time to put everything you can into your child. There's people out there for you. Sometimes you have to be patient, and sometimes the man above will put someone in your face. He may not look the way you want them to look. He may not have the job you want him to have, but he may put someone in front of you that is good for you. You're good for them, and they're good for you. You may not see it. And I'm not talking about a bum. I'm talking about somebody who could provide for you.
Right.
So he just may not look the way you want him to look, because that's who he has for you, not somebody who you want to pick.
You're not going to have all the boxes checked, but definitely stick to your non-negotiables.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I feel like, and another thing too is, don't introduce your children to everybody either. That's a big thing. Like, you can go out and leave your children with somebody like one of your best friends or your mother or your sister or somebody like that. But don't introduce your children to them until you're absolutely inside sure. And try not to be that person who falls in love with every person that they meet, because that's not good either. Because you can't really tell in 2 months that, oh my God, I'm in love with this person. You can be in like with that person, because they can be saying whatever they want to say. And by all means, I know this is hard. It's hard for everybody. But don't give up your goodies right away. You can make them wait. And it's not about a Steve Harvey 90 days. It's about respecting yourself. Fine.
Totally,
I mean, we all
you totally made me think of Steve Harvey when you said that, because I used to tell the girls that when they were young. I remember he once said, treat it like a diamond, and like you don't just give diamonds to anybody. And that's what I would tell them, like, that's your diamond, you know.
That's right. But I'm saying that's what she should do. Even if you talk to the person, you don't have to give it up right away. I mean, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. But then that's what you're going to get. If that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to get. And I'm not saying that happens all the time, because people meet people and they've been married for 60, 70 years. I have grandparents and aunts and uncles and everybody who have done that. That was then. That's not now. It's a totally different world back then than it is now. And they have people out there who have arranged marriages, and they've been married for 50, 60, 70 years as well too. And they work it out. They can't get divorced, so they work it out. But you have to, I'm pretty sure the person's parents are making sure that their child is pretty worthy of the person who they're making them marry too. But since you don't have anybody to do that for you, you have to kind of have some kind of discernment yourself to try to figure out. You're not going to be compatible. When they say, oh, we're compatible, we like the same things, that's pretty boring.
It is.
That's pretty boring.
You need a little edge,
Well, what you're getting to there too is, like, find a hobby, something that you like. Whether it's, maybe it's church. Maybe you like to go. I'm not saying church is a hobby, but if you go to church, you might be able to find some groups there where you can sign up for something. And I know you said it's like she's a part of a small town or whatever. Well, maybe you need to once a week find a sitter, maybe a family member or something, and you venture a little bit out of your town. Like, if it's really something you want, you have to invest in it and invest in yourself. And so that maybe you want to join a gym or whatever, but like something that interests you, where you can maybe potentially meet people that have the same interests of you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a man right away, right? Because
Right.
she's showing that she's looking for a man. So maybe you meet a woman there and you make a friend. And then by making a friend, you're expanding your group, you know?
Right.
And now
and when you say friend, she doesn't mean girlfriend. She just means friend. Somebody who she can talk to.
Right.
Being that it's a small town, she also states that in this small town, she does go to church. And what pretty much they tell her, because I guess everybody there is pretty much married off and with their own family, they just tell her, oh, we don't know how you do it day to day. That's not really encouraging.
No.
And that's a small town again. So it's like, you know, so yeah, just, I would say stick to your values and boundaries. Do not bend on them for a guy at all. They will love, respect at that point. They will lose respect at that point that you bend. Like if you say, I don't do this and this and this, and then within a month and a half you bend and you do it, it's like, you know, just stick to it. Because guys are, I've seen, and I have friends that have dealt with it. They once they see that you bend on something you already said you weren't going to do, it's like, oh, what else can she go ahead and leave behind for me?
Right. But another thing too, and you said she was beautiful too. You can't let your looks define anything either, because looks are a dime a dozen, honey. I mean, I have seen like the most not so attractive person with the person who, like, everybody's attracted.
Oh, yes.
With a beautiful person, and you're like, oh, maybe that person has
it's all about what you put out,
right?
How you carry yourself,
right?
Confidence, you know, you wear it well, and guys love that too. And it's not about what guys love either. It's about yourself. So let me put that out there. Don't focus everything on, oh, what do guys like? No, because if you're gonna do that all the time, you're not even gonna be happy at the end of the day.
Right. Because you're going to have to change something, because remember, in all of this dating thing, you still have children to raise.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You can't be focused on dating when you can be focused, but not focused like that.
Right.
When you have children to raise, because you don't want your children to follow that same pattern. They can have something that gets them out of that country town somewhere else where there's more people.
And on that point too, I suggest, like, you don't tell somebody on the first date that you have kids. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to spill your whole life on the first date, maybe not even the first 3. You know what I mean? Like, let's just get to know some people without telling them our whole life story on the first couple of dates. You know, vet some people before you go in there. Now, if you meet somebody worthy, you know, of telling more information and you think it's going somewhere, then you could start, before you let all your feelings go, you know, then you could start talking about the children, and do you have children, and I have children, and things like that. But, you know, you may be able to also find, like she said, small town, all these people are married off. So yeah, you may have to venture out of your town a little bit. You may have to put some effort into going out of your town to find other people, maybe attend a different church once a month, you know?
Right. Yes.
I feel like people have to, one thing you have to do is secretly do trigger things, like things that you don't like. Like, say somebody does something that like somebody chews with their mouth open. If you're not going to like somebody just because you're desperate and they chew with their mouth open, that's driving you crazy, you're not going to be happy with that. So you got to go somewhere to eat and watch them eat, see how they eat. You know what I mean? I mean, and that's a little thing, but I'm just saying, you got to do little things. What kind of music do they listen to? Well, how do they treat their parents? How do they treat their...
That's a big one, how they treat
their kids? How do they treat their family? How do they treat other workers, essential workers? Because you don't want to go somewhere and somebody's cussing out an essential worker and you're like, oh my God, but you're desperate, so I'm going to stay with him. No, that's not cool, because your kid could be an essential worker and he's treating your kid like that. So you got to do things while you're dating, while you're talking, rather. Go places where you can see how he really acts. Don't just go to the movies where it's dark and you're not.
Don't go to the movies the first several dates for nothing.
Forget the movies. But I'm saying that. But I'm saying, do something where you can figure out what type of person this is. Have deep conversations and see if he answers questions.
Right.
Don't have deep conversations right away, because you don't have anything to have deep about. But
but an overall date a man, because there's a lot of boys out here.
Not a boy.
Eventually, the right man will come and join and even walk with you in your journey with your kids and everything. But again, the right man.
But you still got to go out with him. You can't just say, "Oh, he's so cute. I like him." Da.
Right.
He could be a
below
bully.
surface.
Yes. He could be a bully.
Yeah.
He came with his hands and grease all running down or whatever.
But notice the difference. Notice the difference between a boy and a man.
Yes, because a man is not going to ask you. A man is just going to do. A man is going to open the car door for you. A man is going to grab that bag out of your hand. A man is going to do that. A boy is going to be looking at you like, what's taking you so long?
Right.
Man, if you go on a date with this person, I wouldn't suggest getting in their car for a while because you still don't know. You've got to use your own car for a while. But if you go on a date, once you get to that point where they're in the car with you and you go somewhere, don't open the door and see if his ass get out and open that door for you. Don't touch it. I make my granddaughters all the time, and when I go somewhere, don't touch that door. Don't touch it. Let your daddy open that door for you. Don't touch it. I always say that. Don't touch that door. Let Pop open the door for you.
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah. From the beginning, stick with that demand and put your foot down. Don't bend. Don't even let them see that you're like, because once you give them a little glimpse, again, you're gonna attract the boys.
Well, she should be in control of the relationship. Meaning, I don't think he should not be in control, but she should be in control of the things that she's willing to take and the things that she's not willing to take.
Right. You're negotiable.
His feelings. I don't want to tell him this. Then your feelings are going to be hurt for the rest of the relationship.
Right.
If you don't like something, you have to speak up.
You can't
just let it slide. Some things you can say, wait, did you say such and such? And if they say, yeah, keep that. Go get a journal and write down. He said this, I didn't like it.
Well, I took it too that it's also a lot of her, like, she's just trying to figure out where can she meet people. I think it's part of it is she's got herself in this, like, well, I live in a small town and I know everybody in this small town mentality, which also, like, I think you also have to purposely change your own mentality because you kind of attract what you put out there. And so if you keep thinking that there's nobody out there, you're going to keep attracting nothing.
Right.
Where if you think, like you were saying, that if you're religious and you believe in God or some higher power, that maybe that person is going, or that entity is going to help bring somebody into your life. Well, pray on it, put positive energy out there so that you're bringing it back.
But it also says prayer without works.
Yeah.
If you want somebody, you have to work toward it. Right. You can't just say,
and maybe, yes.
Somebody, you got to put yourself out there. And I don't mean out there, but I mean, you got to put yourself in situations where that person can meet you.
Yeah.
You can't just wait. They're not going to knock at your door. So if anybody tells you they're going to knock at your door, that's a lie. Unless it's the UPS guy or the, what's Brown? What can Brown do for you? Or FedEx.
And yeah, like Mona said earlier, go to a different church, mingle with different groups, because maybe your church is too senior or it's too tightly woven, to where, just put yourself in different scenarios, more upbeat scenarios, more open-minded scenarios. If it is a small town, go to the next town over, as you said in your email.
And she can't think that the women that are married are going to give her good advice, especially if she's fine, because they're going to be like, she ain't getting my husband.
Oh, yes, that's a big one.
Yes.
Maybe she doesn't, I don't know how old her kids are, but maybe she doesn't have somebody to watch them. Guess what? We have the internet. So go online and do like an online whatever. You can do online classes, online service. There's a lot of educational institutions, universities and stuff that offer free classes. Like, there's a lot of ways to get out there and connect with other people without even leaving your house. But yes, you do need to leave your house. You do need to physically get out there and meet people in whatever type of hobby interests you. But you got to put yourself out there. You got to get more positive. And if you think that that's all that's out there is trash, well, then you're just going to keep attracting.
That's what you will attract.
Yeah. I mean, that's my advice.
I feel like when the kids were younger and I was divorced and I had them, and I always put them, but I wouldn't live in the country either, but I always put them in sports and music and karate and all. There was a lot of single guys or guys that were divorced as well that had their kids every other week or, whatever. And that's how I met a lot of guys too, because they were bringing their kids. You know, of course, you don't meet them right away, because when they come in there and you're interested, you're looking like, and then you'll keep looking and you don't see anybody, and then eventually that person, depending on how friendly or unfriendly you are, that person will come up and say something to you, talk to you, you know, and then you'll say, oh, okay, and then you're talking, and you know you have something in common because both of your kids are in the same sport, and he's there all the time, you're there all the time. And then it starts the ball rolling like that, little by little.
Right.
Right. Being in her 20s, there's, you know, there may be a lot of guys in their 20s who don't have kids, who don't want anything to do with it. And she may be right about that. But like you're saying, you go and do something with your kids, you don't necessarily have to be there to meet somebody. And I think too, like if you get that mentality out of your head that you have to meet somebody, like keep going to therapy, keep working on yourself so that you don't feel like you have to meet somebody. Sometimes it comes along when you're not looking.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Also, maybe join a group of parents. Maybe you'll meet a guy with a kid or that has been around kids, so it's more welcoming and things like that. Sometimes, and I'm not saying everyone, but sometimes when people don't have children, they could be a little selfish also. So cracking that person to kind of open up sometimes could be a little bit, you know, of a challenge versus a person that actually kind of is on the same page of having children and things like that.
Right. So what popped in my head just now when you brought that up too is like volunteer somewhere, because that's how you can find people with a good heart, you know, who has some kind of interest. Take your kids and volunteer.
Right.
So that, like you said, maybe somebody else who's single brings their kids and is volunteering, you know, or their kid and is volunteering.
And you're teaching your kids morals at the same time.
Right. But I think if you, like you both hit on in the very beginning, like if you come out with that attitude of like, I've got to find somebody, I'm so sad and I'm so depressed because I haven't, you know, met anybody in so long or whatever, well, then that feeds out desperation too. So,
and
a guy you will find one.
But the thing is this, you want. Trust me when I tell you, the thing is this, you are going to be lonely when you live alone. That happens. There's going to be some depressed days. That's just going to happen. That's when you take yourself to the bar or to somewhere. Like, you don't have to always drink an alcoholic beverage when you go to the bar because they got sports there. Take yourself to the bar. Sit at the bar. Don't sit at the table. Sit at the bar. Order your Coca-Cola or your water or whatever it is that you're ordering. Order some food. Act like you're looking at the game. And just say, if somebody's sitting next to you, you scratch, hey, what are they doing? How does this work? They'll be glad to tell you how it works. And then here you go. You got a friend. Now you got a friend. When you come back here again, see you back here next week. You just got to kind of take yourself out of your rut and do something different. It's scary. It is scary, but you have to do it. You're a single mom, so you did that. That was scary, but you're doing it. So
I think that's a big thing is try something new.
Yes.
You know, get out of your normal routine because obviously, you know, that old saying of if you keep doing what you always did, you keep getting what you always got, you know? So
results.
Yeah.
Same results. Same thing, same results.
Yeah. So you got to step outside that box and step outside
just a little bit. I know it's, you know, it's hard and, you know, it's like, oh my God, but you have to do it.
And then when you get to my age, you're going to be like, I'm so glad he ain't here. Look, it's so peaceful. But when you get to be our age and we've been there, done that, it's like, ooh, hey, you can stay a week if you want to.
Right.
Because you're like, whew, I need a break.
Yeah, you can love them and want to be around them, but you can also like need a little bit of me time.
Love them and need some space. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you're going to do anything. That doesn't mean they're going to do anything. But you have to be confident in who you are as a person to not worry about that other crap. Because when you start worrying, that's a whole nother talk show when you worry about what they're doing. To me, if you have to do that, then you don't need to be with them.
So to all the girls out there,
no question.
To all the girls out there that are worried, you just gotta, you know, value yourself, but just know what you want. Have that already in mind. Know what you want and do not settle for less.
Yes, absolutely.
Because life is short, ladies. Life is short.
Absolutely, it is. And you can do it. It's hard. Trust me, it's hard. Just look at yourself in the mirror in the morning saying, I could do this. I can do this. I can do
Write
this.
it. Write it on the mirror if you have to.
And I suggest keep a journal of the time that you really feel really, really bad, because you're not going to leave your kids in the house and go somewhere to meet somebody.
Right.
So when those days when you feel really, really bad, write in your journal how you're feeling at that point. And the more you read, you're like, man, I could have just went to the little banquette around the corner or whatever it is. I could have went to the basketball goal, the court around the corner, and shot basketball with my kids, or kick balls, or kickball, or tennis, or something.
Something.
They had a music thing. I could have went to the music thing. Read what you wrote and think about what you could have been doing, and then start trying to implement that slowly. Even if you get in your car and you drive over there and you sit in the car.
Right.
The step.
Just continue doing what you enjoy, and taking care of those kids as best as you can, and continue, and without you even looking, it'll happen.
Yes.
If all else fails, I've said this in the past, go to a gas station early in the morning when all the men are going to work.
Or Home Depot.
Or Home Depot. Some of them will be single.
A lot of them will be.
And just take your time making your coffee and stuff, and just browsing around the little corner grocery store. And hey, you can't know everybody in town. I don't care how small your town is.
Right.
You can't know everybody.
Right.
You'll meet the single ones.
Right. Or get a job cleaning an office building.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, right? You will find them.
The Home Depot one, it's funny because a lot of people say that, go at different times. Different times in the morning is for different types of levels there.
Oh, yeah, it's true, though. Look, it's true, though.
Yes.
Very true.
It's hilarious.
Does it have a ring on his finger? Go down that aisle and just look bewildered.
Be like.
Because trust me, they will ask you, can I help you find something? You're like,
oh yes.
Explain it to you. Wait a minute, I can't explain it. Well, let me try. Okay, so it has this thing on it and that thing, and it goes there.
But don't look too clueless. Have something in your mind already that you're gonna.
Right. You could be a
then
little
they pick
clueless.
up on it, and it's like, okay, back to the desperate blah blah blah. Because guess what? The Home Depot thing has gotten so popular that even guys know about it.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
But they act like they don't know about it, because that show will act stupid in a minute.
For real.
And
so don't be.
And don't even want them. Look, and don't
have
even
a plan.
Want them.
Walk in with a little something already in head.
Or hey, how about you go and make like your own little like single support group online or something,
Exactly. Exactly.
Or maybe we'll do a little something down the line and we'll put something together, and who knows?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Right. In your honor. And we can call it our first podcaster. Not your name, just this will be our first singles in memory or in reference to our first comment we got.
Definitely. Okay.
Because trust me, we know how to do stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think we just gave her a lot of ideas.
Yes, we hope that helped you a little bit, and I'm sure we'll touch on something like this similar down the line, because there's always room for this topic.
And if you got an epiphany from any of this, send in another anonymous comment. And if we didn't explain ourselves to your understanding, then send us again and say, oh, no, this, that, and the third, because then we can break it down. We can only go by what we have.
Right.
What was written to us. So if we didn't explain it to you the way you thought we should have.
Or if you want more questions answered.
Yes, then feel free to do it again. And that goes for anyone.
If you take any of this advice, we'd like to know how it goes.
Yes.
So
whether
it's now or a month from now, or,
subscribe, like, share, and comment. It's free.
That's right. It's free 99.
Free 99. Yes. Yes.
So hopefully that helps you. And we thank you for asking for some advice and getting the ball rolling and being our first one to reach out.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And feel free, anybody who needs some advice on anything, like we said, we're not professionals. We can only go by.
But we've lived.
Right. We can only go by our own
life experiences.
Right. Right. And we have 3 different areas of life experience here.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And we might make a joke out of it, but we're not laughing at you. It's just us, because we might be talking about something that we all know that happened between us 3. and then we make a joke out of it, but it's on us, not
It's
you.
a diva insider.
Yes, it's a diva insider. Yes, because
Well, I mean,
we got a whole bunch of those.
we always want to add humor in our life because life is too serious.
Yes.
Yes, I sent the divas a video from 6 years ago when we first started talking about starting a podcast. So we get it. Like sometimes it can take a little while to get the ball rolling on things, but don't wait 6 more years. Like get out there and do it now. You know. So,
oh yeah.
Because we should have already been 6 years in on this.
Facts.
But hey, we did it. So we stepped outside of our comfort zone and started a podcast. You know, you just gotta do it. Moving on, along the same lines, I found a Reddit post from 6 months ago on our Reddit it's called Ask Reddit. And somebody had asked, what's the most efficient way of finding a partner? And so I'm going to read some of the comments here in regards to that. It was just one single sentence. What's the most efficient way of finding a partner? So let's see. I haven't read through these before, so we're going to just hear it right now. But let's see. Somebody says, I think you have to go searching. It can be dizzying, so stay grounded. The more people you meet, the higher chances of finding someone compatible. Somebody else says, it's very important that you show yourself as you are. For example, say that you like something that can be considered dorky or immature or whatever, anything from train sets to video games to crochet figurines. Don't hide it because others might think it's not attractive. That behavior would lead you to a false relationship where you have to hide or abandon something that is part of who you are.
Oh, I have one that looks like it says the key is to not feel entitled to every single one of those people and to let it unfold naturally, but also be intentional. That is great.
Yes.
That is great.
Very good.
Yep. So, I mean, a lot of what they're saying are right on par with what we were saying, you know. This person says, be genuinely interesting and interested.
Yeah.
Step 2, leave the house. Most people skip both.
Yeah. I like that one. It says you don't have to reel in every fish, but you have to cast your line in a whole lot if you want to hook something.
Cast it.
Very good. And this person
you can throw it back if you want to.
So this person kind of has you know, the same type of mentality of like maybe not knowing what to do or where to go, because this person says, leave the house and go where though? I have no idea where to go after I get off work except for like the mall or something. And somebody answers, well, join a club, do sports, volunteer. You'll meet
coffee shop.
So many, interesting people who know how to make interesting choices in life that will make you question yours. Also, a great way to network if you choose carefully what to do and where to be.
Well, the big thing too is
this one says that is what bars used to be for.
Yes, that is what the bars used for. But the big thing with the join a club, do a sports, you want to go somewhere where there's people that have the same like mind that you do. You don't want to find somebody in a bar. You will eventually, but you don't want to go first.
This person says what you were saying. Bars are still a thing. You can just hang out, play touch tunes, shoot pool, play darts, even if you don't drink.
Yes. Remember that bar in New Tampa? I like that one.
New Tampa.
Remember that bar?
You're talking Becky?
Yeah, Becky. That was around the corner from you know where. But I like that one because you can play games there. You know, they had
there's a lot of interaction.
They had a basketball goal in there. They had a dart game. They had, I mean, there was people everywhere. They had music, and the sports was, you know, I love sports anyway.
Yeah. So go somewhere that's interactive. Maybe you don't want to go anywhere there's alcohol, but go somewhere interactive. Like I said earlier, maybe a coffee shop. There's a lot of coffee shops now. They have all kinds of stuff in the evenings, games, board games. You know, they have open mic, poetry, you know.
Well, this one looks like it says yes, and I always found a bunch of people there that were looking for sex and nothing more. Hookup culture just ruined the whole thing.
That is a fact as well.
I understand that, but that doesn't have to be your reality.
Right.
It doesn't have to be. You make your own reality. There are people, like even nice people. I could be out there acting like I'm all nice and looking for that too. But you have to make your own reality. If that's not what you're looking for, if you feel like that person that you're talking to is guiding the conversation or the act toward that, then you excuse yourself and move on.
Yeah.
That's all. You don't have to. You don't have to give them any excuse. You just say, "Hey, it's time for me to go. Nice talking to you. Bye bye."
Right. Softly. They get it. Everybody secretly gets it. Yeah.
Right.
Or like Reddit does, they also like to joke some, and
Yes.
maybe you do want to find that. So this one says, have very big colorful feathers and do a little dance.
Go get some feathers. I'm just kidding.
Peacocking.
I mean, you ever watch like birds do like mating dances on like National
Oh, my
Geographic and stuff?
Oh my
There's
goodness.
I think there's a TikTok guy.
There is
or
one
something.
of a person
Yes.
doing that. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the funniest thing. He's like, if we like attracted mates the way they do, like, and so he'll show the bird and then he'll do the dance. It's
That
hilarious.
is so hilarious.
That is funny.
Oh, that's funny. What else?
Let's see.
Becoming someone people want a partner with is the best way. You'll attract the right type of people when you act like the right type of person. Strive to be the best version of yourself and live the values you want in a partner, and they will appear. So that's
which is what you've been saying, Becky, too.
Yeah, about the attracting what you want. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to like sometimes you think you attracted the right person, and you meet people, and then you find out, oh my goodness, this person has everything's right about them, but this one thing is wrong. And I don't mean wrong. It's not illegal. It's not this. They just are. Maybe you're neat and they're messy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they don't know that they're messy because no one has ever said to them, hey, your ass is messy, But maybe you clean up after that person. You keep cleaning up after the person. And after a while, it's like, I ain't your goddamn mother, okay? Like, can you clean up your damn self? But then you think to yourself, I don't want to say, is it worth it? But is it worth it? Because this person is such a nice, helpful, loving, wonderful person. Maybe I can eventually get this person to clean up behind themselves or take their clothes and hide them in a basket somewhere and they ask you where it was and you said you left them on the floor, so maybe I thought you didn't want them, so I threw them away. Yeah, stop picking that shit up then.
Well, okay, to the point though, like that's the other thing is we're all human, nobody's perfect. You're gonna have things that they don't like. They're gonna have things you don't like.
Right.
So yes, there are things that you shouldn't bend on, but at the same time, if like she said, they check like make an actual list of what you want in a person and what you or if you're with somebody, like what are the good things? What are the bad things?
Yes. And if you got 20 good things and one bad thing, girl, you better take the one bad thing. As long as one bad thing is not physically violent or verbally abusive, mentally abusive, those types of things. But if they're messy, you can fuss at them all you want to. They don't hear you anyway. They're not going to hear you. Eventually they'll do something. Maybe one day they'll be like, oh, look, mommy, I cleaned up.
I had a friend who used to say, pick your battles. And I never really got it till I had kids. And then I was like, okay, I get it. Like, and not everything is worth going to war on,
Right. Absolutely. So, I agree with that 100%. You can make it known. You can say whatever you want to say, how you want to say it, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like everything is not, yes, you're going to fuss about it because if it bothers you, but it's not fussing to I hate you status. It's not fussing till you go to sleep and you're sleeping on this side and they're sleeping on that side, or you're sleeping in different areas. It's not that. It's just like, how do you sleep like that? Or how to get people out of certain things, especially messy people. Just put all that dirty clothes on that side of the bed when they lay down. Like, hey, the hamper these are the clothes that were falling out the hamper because they're still dirty. Boom. Just do little fun things just do. I feel like you guys know I'm a character, so I like to do stupid shit. So I'm gonna do little fun things to mess with you, just to let you know that your feet stink. And then if you don't think they stink, then I'll put your shoe next to your bed, next to your bed. Okay, let's smell that now. Look, they stink. something to make them go, okay, maybe it does think. Okay, fine.
This person who has asked for advice is going to be second guessing wanting to have a partner with these comments that you're bringing up.
We're not
Well,
talking about
she's
anybody.
lived life a little bit. She's young, but
Yeah. She's got kids. She's been with somebody, so
right.
Yeah, she knows.
So
she knows what she knows what she potentially is getting.
Everything comes with something. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Back to the Reddit post, they say, keep meeting new people, go out with your friends and their other friend groups, pick a hobby and engage in the community. Actually go on those work trips and activities. Go to a festival and talk to strangers. Key is to just intentionally engage with strangers, not flirt. You'll know when you really connect.
Yes.
That's true.
I mean, I think of that like in my day-to-day, just going out in the world, day-to-day stuff, like, just I've said it before, but like we are such a internet society nowadays, and everybody staring at their phones all the time. Like yesterday I stopped at a store and there were two different women in two different cars waiting on, I guess, their guys to come out, and both of them are, like this in the car. It's like we can't even sit alone with our own thoughts for a couple minutes, like we always have to be staring at something. So I try to make it intentional to make eye contact with people and talk to people, just little conversations when you're out.
Yeah, like what you said earlier, that like a lot of the internet and social, in regards to people when they are seeking or whatever the case may be, because of social media and all the not great things, because social is good and bad. They also got people thinking that they always got to look for like the greener grass.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe they're wrong. And that's when sometimes people even do like a U-turn or a circle back, spin the block. Which is what kind of she said also in that message, that she was in an ongoing 1-year thing with a toxic, because it was kind of like the person or her kind of spun the block, or it was on and off, because that's what sometimes people do. People go thinking, oh, let me look for better, and then when they realize that there might not be, or you had your grass that was green, you just didn't water it.
Right. Yep.
So keep that in mind.
The grass is greener on the other side because it's fertilized with bullshit.
There you go.
Well, the thing
it's AI generated.
Another thing too is
Only sign of the times, Becky. Good one.
Yes. I had to inject that in there,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think that when you're secure with yourself, you're not really worried about. I mean, and I think that's where I am in life now too.
Correct.
If I'm secure with myself, I'm not really worried about what that other person is doing. And there's no back and forth. I'm sorry. There's none.
I can tell you in my 20s.
Bye-bye.
I look at pictures of the girl I was in my 20s, and that girl was not secure.
Right.
And I was probably the most beautiful I've ever been in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that saying that I don't think I'm beautiful now in my own way and everything, but like, I look back in my 20s and think, you don't know what you had, like, if I had those looks and this brain, I would have been president.
But we learned.
But I just really feel like now I don't give an age. I do. Don't get me wrong. I do.
Yeah.
And I'll fight for you and I'll take care of you and I'll make sure I'm a nurturer. I make people's plates. I make people's lunches. I make sure you have what you have. When you reach in the cabinet, it's there. You don't have to worry about stuff. But I still ain't going to be chasing your ass. I ain't looking for you. I ain't calling. If you don't come home from work when you come out of work, I'm not calling you. I'm not doing that.
I think with age,
I'm not doing that.
Wisdom, time.
You live and you learn.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, all that confidence comes from life experience.
Yes.
Yeah. But don't take too long to learn, and don't go through so much learning that you're,
Right.
Well, I mean, you said it earlier, Pam, like you're a single mom, so you've been through some stuff, know. Person, like, you're a single mom, you've been through some stuff. And I'm sure, I know when I became a single mom at one point in my life that it was probably one of the scariest times of my life, and I didn't think I could do it, and I did. Here I am still today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you've already been through some of the hardest shit in your life already, you know? And
Yeah, she
just
probably has.
trust your gut, you know,
I
go
mean,
with your gut.
when you have to go to your kid's school, you're doing something. When you have to get up at a certain time, get them ready, go do ABC. Then you're doing something. When you go to work and you have to secure daycare, you're doing something.
Right.
Sell yourself short, even if you think they're minimal things, you're still doing them.
Yep.
There's still things that have to be done, and you're doing them. Nobody else is doing them for you. You're doing them for yourself. When you got to go to the grocery store, you get up and say, "Okay, it's time to go to the grocery store." When you have a certain amount of money to spend at the grocery store, you pick and choose. That's you making a decision for yourself.
Right.
So you are doing it. You
Mm-hmm.
might not think that that's something that needs to be done, but it needs to be done.
Right.
So don't sell yourself short. And I always say, my favorite saying, and everybody who knows me know I say this: don't go backwards.
Yeah.
If you left that person, you left them for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't go backwards.
Because once you pick them back up, the disrespect, the respect it's less.
It's less.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they think they could redo it. The next time they do it, it'll be bigger.
And right. And if you didn't trust them, what makes you think you're going to trust them again? Like, to me, that makes no sense. Like, everything they do is going to be subject to question. Why would you do that to yourself? Bump them. Why would you do that to yourself? Because
I have one more.
That's best for your health.
I have one more suggestion or piece of advice. I don't know if it's even in the cards, but you know, if you are in such a small town, like, do you have any possibility of moving from there? Do you have any desire to move from there?
I threw that out.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess she's studying, so college
Yeah.
and work. But
Okay.
yeah, maybe down the line.
Yeah. Because, you know, I mean, I lived in Florida for 48 years of my life, born and raised, and made the trek to Tennessee, you know, at 48 or 49.
Didn't think you were going either.
No,
Broke my damn heart.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, all the words.
I know.
No more
But
meetings.
hey, but
down the street.
We've stayed connected. So
yes,
yes, for sure.
But like, yeah, so like maybe sometimes it's like just taking a big crazy step just to see what else is out there, you know?
Yes.
Because sometimes I mean, I think of like when you're driving in your car and you're in your own little world, and like those memes that they show where, you know, you never know what other people are going through, and it's kind of got little bubbles that get above all the different cars and what different people might be thinking about while they're driving, you know, down the road. So,
right.
You know, we can get trapped into our own little world and think that we're like, you know, this goldfish living in a bowl and this is how the whole world is, when really there's, you know, a giant ocean out there of things to do and see and explore. So, you know, if that's an option or could be an option in the near future, maybe you just work on yourself and your family for now, and we table the worrying about a partner for a little while down the road, you know?
Right.
Because if it's in your cards to have a great partner, it's going to happen because it's meant to be. So,
yes.
You know,
Great
so don't fret about it. Just keep working on you and let it happen organically. So.
Right. Absolutely. You can do it. You can do it.
Yes, you sure can. Stay positive and it'll happen in due time.
Any other thoughts or tidbits before we take off?
Nope. I think we said quite a bit, and if there's more, we'll definitely circle back on the topic. There's so much to talk about with this and different.
Also, tell her to write down what type of person she's actually looking for before she starts venturing and doing these extra things. Write down what type of person you're looking for and read it every day before you actually start looking. Read it because you might want to change something here or there. Like at the end of the month, you're like, "Man, I ain't looking for that type of person." don't look for somebody who's a partier, because if they keep partying, then you're gonna be pissed off.
Right, because it's not your
Well,
guy.
I'm okay if you party, but then if you said you was okay, now you're not.
A happy medium, a good balance, because you don't want a super boring person. You want an outgoing person. You want a person that does things at times, or things knows how to also be at home in the quiet, calm on a regular day. So for everyone out there, definitely this today's topic is for everyone that's going through similar things. Definitely have a journal, as Pam said earlier, write down and go back to it. Read it through, take a few minutes every other day or whenever you have time in your week, and that could be a part of your, your thing that you do every week as well, along with what you're doing in life.
Right. Yeah. I feel like that's great, because you have to learn how to balance, because like you can't do it because you're out and you see people in relationship holding hands and all that. They could be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. People could be it could be false. What they have could be false.
Oh yes,
I know, because I've been in a false thing where I thought, people thought, oh, they're so happy. No, I wasn't.
No, but and that will be.
But I know how to get out of it.
Yes, and that will be a great topic, actually, ladies, for another podcast. Imposter syndrome, and imposter syndrome.
Oh, imposter.
Yeah, so I went. No, imposter syndrome. My English is not very good looking.
No, I was messing with you though.
So yeah, I've been in groups and we always talk about different topics, and this was our latest one.
Oh, cool. I like that.
That is Becky. Ooh, you're gonna have to make me not say the name.
All right, next week. Next week's next week's topic.
You know too, Mona.
Yes. So thank you everybody for joining us. This was a very informative, I feel, for a lot of people out there. So again, write us please if you have any comments, and this is something that we'll continue to talk about.
Say that again.
And the good thing is that we all have daughters, so we would. I said, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, write us and we will answer you back. But the good thing is that we all have daughters, and this would be something that we would tell our daughters. And I would tell Mona's daughter, I would tell Becky's daughter, they would tell my daughter.
The advice we gave is good for guys too.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
We also want to also kind of walk along with the ladies to also open up for the guy to also feel comfortable with also expressing himself and vice versa. So it's not like we're just, bashing him, man. We don't do that here. We're just kind of giving advice that way.
So we're not bashing.
Right. Yes. That way we could just have better ladies to, better express themselves. That way also the man is welcome to also express himself and everything could flow.
Absolutely.
And there are anonymous questions from the men's point of view. Maybe you want a woman's, take on it instead of all your guy friends. Like, oh, just deal with it.
Right. But you know what? I have a person who may be able to write something anonymously about what does he feel? What does he feel like women are looking for when you're in your early 30s? What are they looking for in a man?
Or a man could also write in that is serious about life and it's not toxic.
No, he's going to be a man. He's going to write whatever it is he needs to write, and then I'm going to tell him the topic will be like, write down what you think in your perspective women are looking for, and while you're out there in the dating world, what you think women are actually looking for, what they say they want, and what they're actually looking for, because you're out there.
You're saying he could write it to us and we could expand on that, what his perspective is. Yeah, that would be cool too. Yeah. All right. Well, we got the next two podcasts all figured out. Anyway, this was a good one, and I hope that we helped you some anonymous poster.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us this weekend on Distracted Divas. We look forward to meeting you all on our next one. Thank you.
And subscribe, like, and share. And when you comment, we will answer you back. And it's all free. Get
one free instead of buy one, get one free.
Yes. Buy two, get two free. Bye, ladies.